All right. So, hello, everyone. For today's meeting here, Annabella and myself are very, very delighted and excited to collaborate for the first time. Annabella is a dear, dear soul sister of mine. We met in Kopangan just a few months ago.
Yes.
And we are such soul sisters and have a lot in common when it comes to this lifestyle that we are going to share here today. And just to let you know, those that are watching later, that Annabella she's from Italy, and she'll be translating our meeting today to Italian live, meaning she'll translate things that I'm saying and she'll do her translation. She'll speak both in English and Italian, I guess. And so just be patient for those that don't speak Italian, but Annabella has an audience of Italian speaking individuals that don't speak English, and we would like to share this message to as many people as possible, and people that are connected to Annabella and want to learn more, and to also, of course, make this accessible to people that are interested. So again, patience for those that just speak English, and it's a great way to learn Italian. I know that that's what I want to do, so I'm excited about that. Um,
Thank
so,
you.
I, so Annabella, I don't know if you want to translate some of this into
Yeah,
Italian.
yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for the patience first, for letting me do this. Thank you so much. Tutti, è la prima volta insieme io e Noa, siamo molto emozionati, per numerosi, vi diamo il benvenuto insomma oggi e della nostra esperienza con i digiuni Asuki. Noa parlerà di sé, di se stessa, introdurrà se stessa, 12 anni in questo mondo vegano fruttariano, e quindi insomma è molto interessante, vi aspettiamo. Ok.
Okay.
Okay, yes. I make shorter. Yeah, I make shorter because I don't need to explain about the sorry for the translation.
Yeah, I trust whatever it is you're
Yeah.
saying there in Italian.
Yes. Ok. Ok, sister. Un'altra cosa, io e Noa ci siamo conosciuti qui a Kopangan quest'estate e ci siamo subito sentite, ritrovate, avevamo molto in comune, insomma, e siamo rimaste in contatto e siamo grandi amiche e sorelle. Ok, amore, I would love to ask you the first question. Why did you start this raw vegan path, detox path? And how, if you can maybe share a little bit about your story, it will be great, amore. Thank you.
Yes, okay. So,
Allora, la prima domanda è come hai iniziato questo percorso di detox 12 anni fa e come sei entrata nel mondo fruttariano e nel mondo crudista, se ci racconti un po' la tua storia.
okay.
Ok.
All right. So the story and why it kind of tie together. I've always been very curious and fascinated about food and health, you can say. I'll let you translate, so I'll speak slow and short.
Sono sempre stata interessata agli argomenti sul cibo, la salute in generale.
Okay. Oh, it's better maybe, Annabella, if you want me just to speak and you stop me when you feel that you would like to translate, when you've reached the point that it's better for me to stop. How does that work? Instead of me stopping, you just stop me. Annabella. The connection is. Oh, and we lost Annabella. Technology. So in the meantime, Monica and Phil, that you are here, and you can type it in the chat if you have any particular questions in regards to the topics that will be covered here today. What inspired you to join this meeting? You can just type it in the chat. Take your time. Annabella is coming back.
Okay.
Hello, my dear.
Yeah. Unfortunately, here rainy season sometimes happen like that, but
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Amore, let's do like you was doing. Is much better. So you control what you wanna say and you don't lose what you are saying, you know?
Okay. So
Okay, you go ahead. I will do like that and you go ahead. Okay.
Okay. So as I was saying, the story and why I started on this path, they go hand in hand, really. So I've always been very fascinated with health and food and nutrition. It didn't necessarily start from the you can say the healthy reasons. It was more about me being really obsessed with my body, but it led me eventually to become really interested and curious about health.
Non è tanto stata una ragione di salute quando iniziai, ma è perché ero molto ossessionata col mio corpo, però alla fine mi ha portato questa ossessione ad una buona via.
Okay. And so to give you a little bit of a breakdown of how it's always been a very intuitive knowing of mine. I've always been a fruit lover ever since I remember myself as a kid. Always loved fruits. And when I was 12, without any influence of anyone, anything, I decided to stop eating meat because it didn't make sense to me anymore. And I stopped eating meat when I was 12. And then, yeah, go ahead, Amore.
Sono sempre stata un'amante della frutta e intuitivamente, già all'età di 12 anni, senza l'influenza di nessuno, ero solo una bambina, ma decisi di interrompere, di mangiare carne. Quindi smisi di mangiare carne all'età di 12 anni da sola, senza nessun tipo di consiglio, lo feci da sola, intuitivamente. Quindi non mangio carne da 12 anni.
And then as I went into my later teens or early 20s, and really it's when in my early 20s when I started practicing yoga and teaching yoga, that simultaneously I started learning a lot about nutrition. I learned about dairy. I started learning about sugar and all the things that were not beneficial for the health of the body. And I started gradually eliminating things as I was learning. I was diving deeper into the world of nutrition, which is very different than what I do today. But that was another way for me to start learning about the truth.
Pensate, ero solo una bambina, avevo 12 anni e già avevo capito che mangiare carne non era una cosa buona e ho interrotto da sola. E all'età di 20 anni poi ho cominciato a fare yoga e ho iniziato a studiare il mondo dell'alimentazione, che cosa il cibo, nel senso di dire che cosa eliminare. Ho iniziato a eliminare gradualmente i latticini, ho iniziato a eliminare gradualmente altri cibi perché vedevo che stavo meglio in maniera intuitiva.
Mm. Yeah, so I don't remember exactly at which point I removed all dairy products and whatever people call it vegan. I stay away from terms, but to keep it simple for this conversation, I I removed dairy and other things that would make me vegan. And I did fall into the trap. So that was the big shifting point for me, because there was a period that I did fall into the trap or follow the falsehood of, oh, there's too much sugar in fruits. So you want to stay away from that. And even though I was always a fruit lover, I fell into that until, and that was a big shifting point for me, until I read the book, The 80-10-10 Diet. And that's when I again remembered, oh, fruits is the food that was designed for us humans.
Avevo anch'io il dubbio degli zuccheri all'inizio della frutta e tutto quanto, poi però vedevo che ero sempre più attratta dalla frutta, da mangiare frutta e stavo eliminando sempre di più i latticini, che era l'unica cosa che non mi rendeva vegana completamente. E sempre questa all'età di 20 anni. E poi lessi il libro 80-10-10, ve ne parlerò poi personalmente, che mi cambiò la vita e mi fece capire molte cose, mi fece capire che non dovevo temere lo zucchero della frutta, anzi era lo zucchero buono per il cervello.
And to just to add that before the fruits, actually, I discovered raw food. So that was the step prior. It was around 2008, 2009 that I started discovering raw food, and everything about it made sense to me, because I realized that it's true. Humans are the only creatures that cook their food. And so I dove into the world of raw food, although it was very much the complex recipes and all the combinations and such. But I was into the raw food, and then shortly after I got into the raw food, it was the fruits.
Inizialmente, anzi, vi devo dire che ho scoperto il percorso del crudismo nel 2008 e da lì ha avuto senso, tutto ha avuto senso per me perché ho ragionato e ho detto, caspita, è vero, l'uomo è l'unico essere vivente che si cucina il cibo, gli animali non lo fanno. Non è una cosa che ha molto senso. E quindi ho iniziato questo mio percorso col crudismo.
Okay, yeah. So when I this after reading the 80-10-10 diet book, um, I
Who is the author of this
uh,
book? Chi è l'autore
D-
del libro?
Douglas Graham.
Douglas Graham. Okay,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
will remember. Okay, yes.
And although I don't necessarily follow that anymore because I don't count calories, like a lot of what he wrote in the book is very analytical, very
Yeah.
number based and counting and such, which I don't follow.
Mhm.
However, though, he does offer significant amount of wisdom that to
Yeah.
me just made a lot of sense. And especially that, oh, I can eat all the fruits that I want. It was just, for me, it was heaven. It's like, okay, I found I found heaven.
He give me the permission. Mi ha dato il permesso. Sebbene non segua più alla lettera adesso tutto quello che c'è scritto nel libro perché conta meticolosamente le calorie e questo non è quello che ci interessa, però mi ha aperto la mente sul fatto che posso mangiare liberamente quanta frutta volevo e quindi è stata per me una rivoluzione questa.
See, so basically after that, so that was 2009, I believe, and for 2 years, it was almost 2 years, and that was before I knew anything about detoxification, any of this. I was just eating fruits, and for almost 2 years I was very, very strict with the natural hygiene. that goes hand in hand with a fruitarian lifestyle. There was no salt, no oils, no spices, minimal amount of salads, but I was eating, let's say 95%, 90 to 95% fruits, and I was living in New York at the time. But I just went in, and that's all I did.
Dopo 2 anni, dopo aver letto quel libro per 2 anni interi, quindi siamo nel 2009 al 2011, sono stata al 100% fruttariana e vivevo a New York, quindi insomma vivevo in una metropoli, però io seguivo la mia dieta fruttariana e stavo benissimo.
Yeah, so even during winter time, so when people tell me, oh, it's cold, or I don't know how to do it, and it's like, if the mindset is there and the dedication to truth is there, then we find a way, and it finds us. Like, good fruits just found their way to me, even in New York City.
Anche se all'epoca vivevo a New York con il clima freddo, comunque il fatto che ero così dedicata, dedicata a questo non mi ha impedito di mantenermi totalmente crudista e fruttariana per 2 anni, anche durante la stagione invernale. Se veramente si è convinti di una cosa, si può fare questa cosa, anche d'inverno.
And then, of course, what started to happen, even though I didn't know, there were so many other changes that started to take place. And as I was saying, yoga has been was a big catalyst for me on my healing and regeneration journey and evolution on a spiritual level. So, in conjunction with yoga, teaching and practicing, being on fruits, uh, is a catalyst to so many changes, psychologically, chemically, emotionally, physically. But I didn't know that. But things started to change, and then of course the environment living in New York wasn't
Welcome
suitable for
Andrea,
me.
ciao Andrea.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao Andrea, Italian.
Bueno.
Hello, everyone. Sorry,
Ciao,
I
buongiorno.
already just now. I'm late. Sorry.
No problem, no problem. Non ti preoccupare, benvenuto caro.
Thank you so much.
Ok.
Okay, so, yes, go ahead.
Quindi anche se stavo vivendo a New York, insomma, questo non mi ha impedito di essere fruttariana per 2 anni, dal 2009 al 2011 al 100%, e diciamo che la passione per lo yoga, poi ho iniziato anche a praticare yoga e insomma ho introdotto altri grandi cambiamenti dal punto di vista fisico in me stessa.
Yeah, so that's when New York was not really fitting the equation no more. The city, climate, just all the things, and I did move to Hawaii for a period of time. And around that time of 2010, 2011 is when I started getting into juicing. Actually, I found Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator. I know a lot of people know him in the community, and through him, he was an inspiration to start juicing and incorporate juicing into my life while still eating fruits and salads. And he also the one that introduced me, or through his videos, and he was talking about Dr. Morse, and that's when I start following Dr. Morse.
Sì, ad un certo punto comunque mi sono resa conto che New York non era più la mia città e ricercavo più di ambienti naturali, di stare più in mezzo alla natura. E quindi sono andata alle Hawaii, parliamo del 2010-2011, ed è lì alle Hawaii che ho scoperto il digiuno a succhi di frutta e quindi ho iniziato a bere succhi di frutta. Grazie anche. Could you repeat the name because I don't know him?
Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator.
The Life Regeneration, the book. Okay.
No. It's not a book. It's a person. Yeah.
No, it's the Life Regeneration is the book that he wrote or not?
No, Dan McDonald, he goes by the Life Regenerator. on YouTube. He
ok,
used to be the life regenerator, Dan
ok,
McDonald. Yeah.
ok. Quindi lui mi ispirò e, e scoprì Dottor Morse grazie a lui quando ero alle Hawaii, quindi iniziai a seguire lui e poi mi introdusse a Dottor Morse, che praticamente sia io che lei, insomma, è il dottore, la persona, il naturopata che seguiamo e che, insomma, a me personalmente che mi ha portato qui ad essere fruttariana al 100%, ad essere al mio giorno 160 di succhi di digiuno a succhi di frutta.
Yeah, so I started following Dr. Morse, not in depth. I didn't become a practitioner back then, but again, I found somebody that spoke truth in my perspective, and he was talking about fruits and how that is the food for humans and the power of the body to heal and regenerate itself. And so that's when I started following that. And in between then and now, let's just say I haven't been like a strict only fruits for this last decade. There's been a lot of ins and outs. I've stuck to, or I've been mainly on living foods for sure this last decade, but it wasn't just 100% or 100% fruits. And it's really until fasting came into my life that my health, my well-being started going to the next level. And that was around 2017, 2018.
Ok, sì, diciamo che il dottor Morse mi ha aperto per la prima volta la strada, mi ha dato delle spiegazioni inerenti appunto come la frutta aiuta nel processo di detox, che la frutta è il nostro cibo, mi ha dato delle spiegazioni, cioè ho capito molte cose grazie a lui e quindi ho iniziato a seguirlo, poi mi sono specializzata anche come iridologa e detox specialista in detox con Dottor Morse, ho fatto il corso. E poi diciamo che in questi 12 anni non sono mai stata completamente crudista, nel senso che ci sono stati degli up and down, ma sempre vegana. Però insomma, veramente ho trovato poi la mia strada quando ho scoperto nel 2006, tra il 2016 e il 2018 ho scoperto appunto i digiuni a succhi di frutta e il digiuno secco, quindi quando mi sono avvicinata a questo. I want to underline, a very personal now, I want to underline, Noa, that is very important what you are saying to us. Voglio sottolineare una cosa molto importante. Noa is not eating any kind of meat, fish also, right? Any kind of animal protein since when she was 12 years old.
Yes.
Voglio sottolineare questa cosa importantissima, amici, perché tutti hanno paura delle proteine, because everyone has this fear about protein, no?
Yeah.
Fear about protein. So, for the normal, classical, western approach, perché tutti quanti, amici, avete così tanta paura di queste proteine, per la normale, quindi approccio classico medico, Noa should be dead already.
Yeah.
Ok? Noa sarebbe dovuta già morire, perché how old are you, Noa, now?
I am going to be 40 in 5 days.
Ok, rendetevi conto, amici, Noa avrà 40 anni in 5 giorni e da quando era bambina, che aveva 12 anni, ok, che non mangia più carne.
Sì.
Quindi sì, quindi facciamoci due domande, dovrebbe essere già morta. E have you never supplement with something for B12 or not?
No, I mean, I had a time in my life where I got into the whole supplement craze, not in an obsessive way, but I followed that, and I never really supplemented with B12 in particular.
Okay.
Not that I remember. Maybe there were some times, but that's something that I definitely don't support, promote, or believe in.
No. E in più, amici miei, no, ha avuto solo un piccolo momento in cui è andata un attimo, ha cercato di indagare la questione dei supplementi, ma non in maniera ossessiva, e a volte ha provato con la B12, ma veramente è stato un breve periodo. How long it was this period when you was like a study B12 and this kind of things?
I really don't remember.
But I mean, 6 months, 1 year, I mean, just to understand that people, to make people understand that we are not gonna die for protein.
Yeah, I really don't remember. Like, even if I did supplement with B12, it was a short period of time. I don't even remember. I can't even say for sure because I don't remember. And I do want to share, since we are on this subject, that B12 is produced in our gut. That's the reason for B12 deficiency. There's no such thing as deficiency. Everything stems from some sort of malfunction in the body. Therefore, it's missing in the body, but we're not going to get it from external sources. Yes, we can supplement, and it's going to create a difference in the body for a period of time, but there's always a blowback from that. So we always want to address the reason for why something is not in the body in the way that it should be. So B12 is created in the gut, which is the reason why we're doing a solid food vacation, is to bring the gut back to its natural
clean
state.
Yeah, this is thank you for keep this for put this on the table, because it's very important, and it's the most question that people have asked me now on my page. Grazie per aver messo questo argomento della B12 sul tavolo, perché tante persone me lo stanno domandando nella mia pagina. Ed effettivamente la B12 è prodotta nel nostro intestino, cioè l'uomo ha la capacità già di produrre la B12, la vitamina B12. Il problema qual è? Che siccome abbiamo tutto un intestino sporco, questa vitamina non viene prodotta, quindi da qua l'importanza, e io sono estremamente d'accordo su questo, di fare il juice feast, quindi il digiuno a succhi di frutta, e di fare anche, inserire anche le gravity colonic session, quindi e l'enema, quindi l'idrocolon terapia e il clistere, per pulire assolutamente per pulire l'intestino, perché quando l'intestino è pulito inizia a produrre la vitamina B12, ed è il motivo per cui nessuno la produce, perché abbiamo tutti questi intestini sporchi dovuti da appunto prodotti chimici, quindi farmaci, e un'errata alimentazione. Quindi Noa, ancora una volta sottolineiamo che non ha supplementato la B12 per lungo periodo, massimo l'ha fatto per brevi periodi. Ciao Silvia! L'ha fatto per brevi periodi. Quindi, cioè, rendiamoci conto, amici.
Yeah.
This is such an amazing, important topics. Noa, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to clarify this.
Oh yeah,
grazie,
for
Noa.
sure. That's why we're doing this.
Grazie, Noa. You are a real life proof that we don't need to be worried about the protein topics. Sei la prova vivente che non ci dobbiamo preoccupare dell'argomento delle proteine.
I do want to add, actually, because the vegan industry is just as crazy, you can say, as the meat industry, because in the vegan world, they push you on the protein as well, but they just say, well, don't eat meat, just eat plant protein. But it's still a lie. It's still moving people in the wrong direction. So it doesn't matter if you consume, I mean, meat is the most dense and most harmful and most acidic to the body. But any high protein like beans and grains and tofu and all those made up protein shakes and stuff, that is also harmful for the body. And that is something that I did follow for, I don't know, probably a couple of years until I just realized this is all nonsense. Everything is in the fruits.
Praticamente quando parliamo di proteine parliamo non solo di proteine animali, chiaramente quelle della carne sono quelle peggiori perché sono quelle più acide per il corpo, quindi che acidificano di più il corpo. Però parliamo anche di tutto il mercato che l'industria vegana ci propone con le proteine vegetali, no? Quindi il tofu, dal tofu al tempeh, a qualsiasi altra, ai fagioli, a qualsiasi altra, ai ceci, qualsiasi proteina vegetale che conosciamo che conosciamo ed è in commercio, anche quella è terribile per il corpo, comunque acidifica il corpo, perché non è naturale. Poi sono arrivata, anch'io l'ho fatto questo percorso perché non lo sapevo, poi sono arrivata a capire quanto invece che non mi serviva tutto ciò, tutto era nella frutta, tutto era contenuto nella frutta.
Yeah, so I'll continue with just finishing this story, and also
Yes.
yeah, getting more into the detox world. As I said, the turning point for me with fasting occurred around 2017 2018 when I was introduced to intermittent fasting. And I was with a partner at the time that spoke with me about, oh yeah, you can fast for 3 days and then you eat fruits, and doing that in cycles. And back then it was such a huge thing, like, what, you don't eat for 3 days, like, how is that possible? And but that's when I was introduced to fasting, and I started experimenting with that intermittent fasting, and maybe a day, and then going back on the all fruits. So I was doing all fruits for pretty much like 3-4 months straight while experimenting with fasting.
Nel 2018 ho iniziato a sperimentare con il fasting intermittente, quindi dove c'erano delle ore, praticamente una finestra delle ore dove non mangiavo, era dove ho iniziato a introdurre delle ore in cui non mangiavo. How long it was the window while you were of
Fasting?
intermediate fasting? Yeah.
Back then, I don't know, maybe like 16 hours, 16 to 18.
Ok, praticamente ha iniziato a non mangiare per 16-18 ore, cioè ha lasciato questa pausa di 16-18 ore prima di introdurre frutta, quindi di iniziare a mangiare ancora, di iniziare il pasto, insomma, il primo pasto della giornata. All'epoca stava con un partner e l'hanno fatto insieme, quindi all'inizio chiaramente uno si spaventa, oddio, non mangerò per 2 giorni, e invece poi insomma ho riscontrato i benefici.
Yes, and so in fast forward a bit, in 2020, so yeah, 2 years ago, I embarked on, or actually, I'll just go back just a little bit, is again, intuitively, back in 2012, I actually did a 7-day water fast. I was just intuitively guided.
2012?
2012, yeah, I intuitively was guided to do so. And in 2013, I did 40 days on juice. And again, way before I knew anything about fasting and juicing, but it was intuitive guidance. And then in 2020, after, yes, studying more about fasting and learning about the process, I embarked on a 21-day water fast that I completed in 2020.
Which year? 21 days
What,
on water fast?
2020, so 2 years ago.
3 years ago. Ok. Intuitivamente già nel 2012, senza sapere niente, non avere le conoscenze inerenti il digiuno ad acqua o il digiuno a succhi di frutta, feci 6 giorni di digiuno ad acqua dove bevi solamente acqua, perché sono stata guidata da una guida superiore, da una forza superiore, quindi che mi ha detto fai questa cosa, quindi una forza una sorta di forza spirituale, divina, che mi ha guidato a fare questa cosa. E nel 2014 ho fatto il primo senza sapere appunto cosa stavo facendo, nel senso sempre guidata da questa intuizione, 40 giorni di succhi di frutta, e 3 anni fa ho completato i miei 21 giorni di digiuno d'acqua.
Mm-hmm. So even though I
Ciao
was
Silvia, benvenuta.
Even though I had been working with people in 2000 as on detoxification and regeneration, in 2019 I decided to go and meet Dr. Morse in person and get certified by him, and I did, and it was such a gift to meet him in person. And that was the last live class that he actually did in Florida, and that's when again I got re-inspired about the world of fruits and regeneration and herbs, and then I was getting more and more into fasting. So as I said, in 2020 I did a water fast, and then last year is when I completed 93 days on juice. And after my water fast, that's when I was introduced to dry fasting. And I've been doing dry fasting ever since then. The longest has been 4.5 days, which I've done a few times, 4 days, a few times of 3 days. And then regularly I do a window of anywhere between 16 to 20 hours daily. And then once a week, most weeks, once a week, I'll do 24 to 44 hours and something like that.
Nel 2019 mi sono recata in Florida e ho conosciuto personalmente il dottor Morse e ho preso la certificazione con lui, e quello è stato sicuramente un motivo di ispirazione, è una motivazione molto elevata, ha tenuto alta la mia motivazione per quanto riguarda appunto tutto l'argomento delle erbe, dell'importanza dell'utilizzo delle erbe durante il detox, della rigenerazione attraverso la frutta, le erbe, del digiuno. Insomma è stata un'ispirazione enorme incontrare quest'uomo. I would love to meet Dr. Morse too as well. I will do next year because I'm gonna go to Florida, to America. Ho detto che voglio incontrarlo anch'io, quest'uomo che mi ha salvato la vita. Io non sarei qui senza di lui, e lo farò la prossima estate. L'anno scorso Noa ha completato 90 giorni di digiuno a succhi di frutta, e poi si è avvicinata al mondo del dry fasting, quindi del digiuno a secco, e l'ha fatto più volte. Il più lungo che ha fatto sono stati 4 giorni e mezzo, dove non ha né mangiato né bevuto niente, ed è ancora viva, sottolineo. I want to underline that, no food and no drink or water for 4 days and a half, and according to the normal Western medicine, you should be dead also. No? Because we need to underline at this point. Volevo ancora una volta sottolineare che per la normale medicina, approccio classico, 4 giorni e mezzo di digiuno, la persona dovrebbe già essere morta, no? Perché loro dicono 3 giorni e poi sei morto se non bevi e non mangi. Quindi no, è ancora una volta la life proof, la prova vivente che non è così, insomma, perché qua ci sta parlando, because Noah is here and he's talking with us, so it's a life proof that is not like that, no? We don't need scientific research, because many people are asking me constantly about scientific research, and me all the time I'm tell to people, I'm here guys because for me this scientific research didn't work, so that's why I'm here because of that. Tutte le volte che le persone mi chiedono, no, queste ricerche scientifiche, io dico ragazzi, io sono qui, ho aperto la mia pagina Facebook, and I open my Facebook page, Fruiteria Psychologist in Copangan, perché voglio dire che quelle ricerche scientifiche a me non mi hanno aiutato, cioè mi hanno portato proprio a questa via alternativa, a scegliere proprio tutt'altro. This scientific research brought me to choose other, you know, to choose other way to heal myself, scegliere altre vie per guarirmi.
Sì,
Noa ha fatto più volte il dry fasting, ha fatto 3 giorni, tante volte di dry fasting, cioè non ha fatto solo una volta questo lungo digiuno di 4 giorni e mezzo, ma ha fatto più volte durante questo suo percorso. 3 giorni di digiuno, poi fa ancora digiuno intermittente praticamente quotidianamente, quindi cioè, non ha mai abbandonato il mondo del digiuno secco, no? Del digiuno del dry fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's in a nutshell the story, like you asked Annabella, the story and what brought me to this path. I didn't have any really serious health issues. Let's just say, I know Annabella, you had
Yeah.
an extensive story. However, I was led always very intuitively. It was never because I had a severe or major health issues. It was an intuitive knowing. That's why I don't follow any scientific anything, because the intuitive knowing and the intuitive wisdom and the intelligence of nature is my science, you can say, and I don't need anything else but that.
A differenza di Annabella, che ha scelto questo percorso perché aveva dei sintomi da guarire, insomma stava male, io non ho mai sentito dei problemi di salute così importanti come Annabella, ma mi sono sempre lasciata guidare da un'intuizione naturale, da un istinto naturale che mi diceva che quella era la via. Ed è per questo che io non faccio più alcun riferimento a tutto ciò che fa parte della cosiddetta Western medicine, quindi dell'approccio occidentale delle ricerche scientifiche, perché la mia ricerca scientifica è la mia guida interiore che mi ha guidato fino a questo processo. According to what you said, I had another question actually. Because I think it's related. In base a quello che hai detto, ti voglio fare un'altra domanda perché penso sia collegata. What you are feeling and you felt, which benefit okay, you said that you didn't have nothing to heal from, apparently, no? So you didn't start for that. But so because someone could tell me, oh, okay, now if I'm not sick, why I should start? Wait. So I want to ask you, no, because I know the question, I know the doubt. That's why I anticipate the question. Perché qualcuno mi potrebbe dire, allora scusa, io non sono malato, perché dovrei diventare fruttariano, dovrei seguire questo processo di detox, cioè siccome io le so già le questioni, le domande, allora io le anticipo. So I'm gonna ask you, quindi ti chiedo, Noa, quali benefici hai avuto diventando fruttariana e facendo tutti questi fasting, questi digiuni e questi digiuni a succhio e questi digiuni a secco? Che benefici hai ritrovato in termini di salute? Perché una persona dovrebbe farlo? So, what was the benefit that you realized, that you achieve following this path, even if you was not sick? And why someone should do, even if he's not sick, we recommend to do anyway? This is a very important question.
Okay, God, I can't even wait to give you the answer, because
please,
because I was sick, and everyone is sick. That's the thing. We've come to a place in our society in which it's only if you have cancer or arthritis or all these things that it's basically you've gotten to a point in which the body is really breaking down. That's what we classify as disease, sickness. But everyone is sick. I was sick too. I had acne when I was a teenager. I had acne. I had depression. I didn't even want to be here. I wasn't happy with myself. I had low self-esteem, mental and emotional things that are not natural. I had, not all the time, but I would have sometimes really painful periods. That is sickness for women. That is not natural. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me translate, because it's very important this what
Yeah.
you say. Effettivamente l'uomo medio, l'uomo medio è malato, ma non è consapevole di esserlo fino a quando non sviluppa una malattia seria, tipo il cancro, tutte le malattie che vengono chiamate con i nomi moderni, no? Cancro, qualsiasi altra, mi viene da dire a me personalmente, fibromialgia, gastrite o qualsiasi altra cosa. Insomma, il punto è che non agiamo sulla prevenzione. Dall'oggi al domani ci viene una malattia e pensiamo, oh, è venuta dall'oggi al domani. No, non è venuta dall'oggi al domani, perché quando veramente ci viene un cancro o una malattia conclamata, significa che il corpo veramente, insomma, è ad un livello di deterioramento importante. Quindi perché aspettare che arrivi quel momento? Punto. Lei Noa dice, effettivamente ero anch'io malata, ma non sapevo di esserlo completamente, perché comunque avevo tutto questo ciclo doloroso ogni volta. Non è mica normale avere i cicli dolorosi nelle donne, assolutamente non è normale, cioè dire vabbè, lo so che ogni mese mi arriva questo dolore al ciclo. No, non è normale una cosa del genere, vuol dire che c'è qualcosa che non va. Ma noi siamo stati abituati ad accettare tutti i sintomi come cose normali finché non si aggravano, no? E poi aveva l'acne, no? Aveva l'acne come me, ad esempio, e anche lì è stata dovuta in qualche maniera dovuta accettare, no? Nel senso, vabbè, è normale un po' di acne, cioè viene tutto normalizzato finché non si conclama una cosa grave, e questa è la cosa brutta, no? Il sintomo viene normalizzato, perché o viene soppresso e normalizzato, no? Perché non si sa come trattarlo, finché poi va allo stadio degenerativo e quindi degenera in una malattia più cronica e conclamata, tipo il cancro.
Yeah, so that's the reason to start, unless you want to wait until something more extreme happens. And for many people, that's the only way. Like, they're just not going to change their ways until they're bedridden or something life-threatening is really showing up. But that's the truth is that everyone is sick to some degree, and it's just a matter of time when it's going to come and bite them in the ass.
Exactly. I want to add something about something more information about that, because maybe people, they don't know that even if you are not experiencing any symptoms in the present, we have 4 stages of degeneration. No? First stage, then I will translate everything in Italian. First stage, acute stage, subacute, chronic and degenerative. And we experience symptoms, conclamate symptoms, only in the first and in the last stage. First, because the body is like giving us a sign through the symptoms that we need to change something, you know, that what we are doing is, there is something wrong in what we are doing, but we are, we are get used from the, we can say, brainwashing from the society, that the symptoms are bad, we need to suppress, we need to take medicine to suppress it, and all of these things. And so we don't know that about this 4 stage. And the last stage, when you experience the symptoms, is too late. Is never too late, because we can always treat, detoxify. But in the first stage, you have the properly illness, like cancer and this kind of things. And in that stage, you experience the symptoms. Okay, so this is important to underline, because a lot of people are asking me, but I don't feel sick, why I should? No, now we are explaining the truth, we are explaining why. Okay, then of course everyone will choose what to do, because we are not here to tell to anyone to do, but at least we are here to explain, to give more information, so people they can choose better what to do of their life, no? Effettivamente, non so.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna translate this because it's a very important concept, and I see, that there is in Italian culture there is no culture about all of these things. In America, in UK, Australia, and because I have friends all over the world, actually they have more conscious about that. My Italian friends, they don't know nothing. So that's why I want to introduce this information for them, to help them to be more conscious about that. Ho detto che in Italia veramente non c'è tanto la cultura del detox e della rigenerazione, e insomma addirittura il fruttaresimo è considerato come una malattia mentale ed è categorizzato nel DSM, nel disturbo anoressico, nel disturbo alimentare. Maybe you don't know that in Italy fruitarianism is a part of eating disorder from the society. So this is horrible. This is literally horrible. So I'm explaining that to my friends. So that's why the alternative way to heal our body are not allowed in Italy. You know what I mean? Ecco perché le vie alternative di guarigione in Italia come questa non sono tanto accettate e la gente ha paura. Perché? Proprio per questa ragione. Ma dovete sapere che se uno non sperimenta i sintomi, non vuol dire che sia sano, perché ci sono 4 stadi. Il primo stadio, lo stadio acuto si chiama, il secondo stadio subacuto, il terzo stadio cronico, e il quarto stadio degenerativo. E la persona sperimenta i sintomi di malessere solamente quando si trova allo stadio 1, quindi che è lo stadio acuto, e allo stadio ultimo, che è quello degenerativo, dove c'è la malattia conclamata, quindi c'è il cancro ad esempio e tutte le malattie che conosciamo. Quindi ecco perché è importante agire sulla prevenzione. We are here also to underline how is important to prevent this, not to just, okay, I wake up one morning and suddenly I got cancer. No, it's not suddenly. There is not suddenly. It's something that is gonna happen if we are not gonna take care about this, if we are not gonna change our habits and our life. And we are here for that. No, il cancro non arriva improvvisamente. È un passaggio purtroppo graduale attraverso questi 4 stadi, ad esempio il cancro, la malattia conclamata. Quindi perché non agire sulla prevenzione? La nostra società non sottolinea la prevenzione. La nostra società ci vuole malati, ci tiene vivi malati. Our society keep us alive, but sick. This is the problem.
Yeah, because
sorry, but I got very passionate about that, and I wanna underline. I wanna underline because people, they have to know.
Yes.
We cannot play with they are playing with people's life, and this is for me is very sad. La società gioca con la vita delle persone, questo per me è molto triste, veramente. Lo stava giocando anche con la mia vita la società, cioè io stavo morendo. I was almost died because of the society myself. So that's why I put my face. Per questo io mostro la mia faccia senza timore, without any how can I say in English? I put my face and I want to talk very clear. I don't feel fear to put my face, because I'm telling the truth. And I care about people. I care about people. Literally, I care. That's why I open my page, to help people. To help people, as much people as I can. Il motivo per cui ho aperto la mia pagina è per aiutare le persone più che posso, perché veramente è una benedizione. Being in this path is the more beautiful things that I have never ever done in my life. È la cosa migliore che io abbia fatto in vita mia, veramente. Ed è per questo che sono qua a parlarne gratuitamente, perché a me no, non ci pagano. We are here without receive any money. So, I mean, we are here because we care of people. You know what I mean? We are here because we care. We are here because we care. Siamo qua perché noi amiamo le persone, ci teniamo, vogliamo aiutarle. We want to help people through our story.
Sí,
Sorry, I
sí.
got passionate a little bit.
No, don't apologize. I love and appreciate this passion, and it's true, and especially for me, because I've been immersed in this for so many years. I mean, we look at over a decade now of knowing this truth, and it's basically waiting for more people to join the movement, to join the truth. And it's okay, everybody has their moment to have their realization if they do. And it's not just in Italy, amore. I'm in Israel right now, and it's just as crazy, the amount of ignorance and people following lies, all the lies that we've been told and been fed, literally.
No, sta sottolineando ancora una volta che insomma la quantità di ignoranza intorno a questo oggetto è tanta, insomma, anche in Israele. Lei si trova adesso in Israele e quindi anche lei mi conferma che anche lì c'è tanta ignoranza. And there is nothing bad to be ignorant, because also this concept sometimes I'm ignorant in a lot of things, and I'm not scared to say when I don't know something, I'm ignorant, I don't know.
That's what ignorance is. It's not any offensive term. It's just something that we don't know until we do know it.
Exactly. But the problem is that mostly the majority of people, they get maybe offended about this, but this is normal. Ma la cosa che voglio sottolineare è che è normale essere ignoranti in qualcosa e non conoscere tutto. Insomma, io sono ignorante in tantissime cose e non ho problemi ad ammetterlo, e veramente non è un'offesa essere ignoranti, semplicemente vuol dire non conoscere qualcosa. There is nothing bad to be ignorant in a topic. It just means that we don't know enough about the topics. So it's something normal, we don't need to get offended about that. I just want to normalize also this, because there is a lot of bad connotation. About that. So
I want to add, Annabella, this is important. In regards to, I'm not sick, so why should I even change anything?
Please.
Is again, in our society, and this is worldwide, we have normalized what is just common. So everybody now sees certain things as normal, and it's far from being normal. And the list is long. We can do an hour presentation just on the list of the things that we have normalized as a society, from again acne to getting a cold every winter and things that are just not. So what I want to say, like, one of the best ways to really see what the condition of your body is, regardless if you have symptoms or not, is the eyes, iridology. That was my moment last year. Even though I was already into the detox and I knew what I was working with, it wasn't until I had my second eye reading that the practitioner told me, Noa, go on a solid food vacation, because everything for you is about the colon. And you got to go on a solid food vacation. Even the fruits, I mean, of course, it's great, but go on a 90-day, which is kind of like, the minimum. Go on a solid
minimum, I would say.
And that was my that was my moment of, and I'm like, okay, I'm doing this.
Ancora una volta voglio sottolineare come la società normalizza il fatto di avere i sintomi costantemente e di essere malati, di ammalarsi costantemente, ad esempio, di influenza invernale. Non è normale ammalarsi di influenza normale, di influenza invernale tutti gli anni. Questo ci dice che l'organismo è in stato di sofferenza, di debolezza, le difese immunitarie sono basse e i virus si popolano l'organismo. Because we need to remember that, of course, if you got sick often and everyone normalized that, is okay. This is when we do juice feast, but I wanted to underline that in a toxic environment created by the wrong food and medication and all the things that we mentioned, of course you get sick, you get cold every winter, because the virus is the perfect environment for the virus, you know. So
no, but it's also getting sick when somebody has cold and flu-like symptoms. That is the body trying to detox.
Can be both.
The body is trying to detox itself, because, and the ill environment that people are in just weakens their system more. So of course it's easier to get sick, as you said, but the sickness is the way for the body to push toxicity out.
Yeah. So basically, praticamente quando noi ci ammaliamo, la malattia e anche il cancro, also the cancer, because we need to underline this, e le varie malattie che ci vengono sono dei tentativi dell'organismo di dirci che siamo così intossicati che attraverso la malattia l'organismo sta cercando di ripulirsi. Quindi questo è un altro concetto importante. Il punto è perché alla radice, from the root, why we got sick? Because the virus and the bacterials in a toxic environment, in an acid environment, when you eat meat, when you eat protein, when we was telling, we was explain everything before, they got their environment, so they grow. Ok, perché appunto il punto è alla radice, perché ci ammaliamo così spesso? Perché se dentro abbiamo un ambiente acido, ok, e non alcalino, i virus proliferano. Myself, for example, even if, okay, I came here 4 years and a half ago in Thailand, okay, but for 2 years, I got the cold, even if I was in the tropics. I was sick all the time. I had this headache crazy in November, rainy season. Every rainy season, I was like full of headache, sinus. I couldn't work, no joke, because I was waking up already with the headache, terrible headache. Io stessa, quando sono venuta a Copenaghen, mi ammalavo di influenza stagionale tutti i mesi di novembre, adesso, con questo terribile sinusite, mal di testa, ero tutta bloccata, congestionata, non riuscivo ad andare neanche al lavoro, lavoravo come manager in un ristorante vegano. I was working like a manager in a vegan restaurant, but I was like always sick in November and December, always. And now I'm here on my day 160 on juice fast, no sick, and it's November. How we can explain this? Usually I was always sick for 2 years. Now, since I start my fruitarian path 2 years ago, I was never sick. No COVID. I didn't get COVID, amore. Always people, always I had my friends, close friends that was sick from COVID, but many, like 5, 6, 7, I don't know. And the day before, we was maybe meeting together, drinking from the same glass. And the day after, my friends was asking me, was telling me, oh, I got COVID. How are you? I mean, nothing. And this has happened several times. Since I have been juicing a lot, because I did in 2 years more than 300 days on juice. And this is make me strong. Praticamente voi lo sapete già, amici italiani, che io ho avuto contatti ripetuti con persone che hanno avuto il Covid, ma contatti anche stretti, bevendo dallo stesso bicchiere, e non mi sono mai ammalata di Covid, mai, mentre loro poi l'hanno avuto, vaccinati, anche, persone anche vaccinate. Vorrà pur dire qualcosa questo. Then we can say we are everyone under the sky. I mean, can happen to us also. But it's more difficult. I mean, because your body is more strong and your body is getting clear from the toxin. And of course, the environment is alkaline inside. And when the environment is alkaline, the virus cannot stay. Più noi alcalinizziamo l'ambiente interno del nostro corpo e più non c'è spazio per nessun tipo di virus e sintomi. Questo è il punto che non abbiamo ancora capito. Se non alcalinizziamo veramente il corpo, continueremo ad ammalarci. If we don't get the body alkaline, we will constantly get sick from something. And then the modern, the classical approach, I don't know even how call actually, honestly, they have fun to give a name, no, for each how many sorry, but I got a lot of passion about that. How many illness, sickness they create for us to just scare people. And this is, I cannot accept. There are, why so many names? The reason is just one. Then, of course, we have the genetic. So that's why one person develop one kind of illness and the other another, you know, because there is also the genetic included in that. Ragazzi, voi lo sapete che io mi emoziono abbastanza facilmente, nel senso, quando sento tutti questi nomi di tutte queste malattie che l'approccio classico ha creato. Ma perché? Quando la ragione è unica, la ragione è una. Non c'è bisogno di tutti questi nomi per spaventare le persone, per alimentare quindi tutte queste catene farmaceutiche, eccetera. Perché? Perché? Cioè, io ho a cuore le persone, ho veramente a cuore la vita delle persone e mi domando perché, cioè perché non c'è ragione di dare tutti questi nomi quando la soluzione è unica. When the solution is one. When the solution is one. Go ahead, amore. Sorry, but you know, okay, I don't need to be sorry, but this is the Italian passion, you know.
See, I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and we are here for that. We are here to be the
Yeah.
solution. So we know all these things. We know the falsehood and the lies, and it's bottom line, it's criminal. Like, I was just thinking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, the real criminals are out there, while the prisons are loaded with people that have just lost their ways, but they're not necessarily criminals, you know. But that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, we are here to be the solution, and that's what I believe in. Is okay, so we know all these things, then what is the solution? Let me be the solution, and the space is open for anyone else that wants to join and be the solution as well. And it starts at home. That's the thing, is what we see out there is just a reflection. That's why I'm a firm believer of, you just clean house, love yourself enough, love your temple enough to make the choices that support your vitality, your radiance, your joy, your happiness, and that you came here to thrive. It is your birthright to thrive and to be happy and to be healthy. And in order to do that in this day and age, to be healthy and happy, you got to unplug from all the garbage that you've been told and you've been sold and continue to be sold, even by the health food industry. That's the thing. Those are all big industries that are after the money. And nothing is wrong with money, but not on the expense of people's lives and health and and the thriving of our planet as a whole. So maybe that was a bit too much for you now to translate.
Yeah, no, I will make shorter. Noa praticamente ci sta risottolineando il fatto che anche tutta l'industria del mercato alimentare, insomma, che produce tutti questi cibi anche confezionati, naturali, insomma, e quindi tutti questi, tutto questo costo, tutti questi soldi che vengono spesi dalle persone per alimentare questo mercato. E ci vuole sottolineare ancora una volta come anch'io mi trovo d'accordo sul fatto dell'importanza di pulire il nostro corpo, cioè il nostro corpo è il nostro tempio. Se non dedichiamo attenzione e cura e devozione al nostro tempio, cioè come facciamo a fare tutte le altre cose? Since I had been starting this path, I had a lot of change in my mind, clariness as well, you know, because more my body is getting clear thanks to the juice feast and dry fasting also. I just did 2 days dry fasting and it was an amazing experience. I was suffering, it was hard, but I could feel my body working for heal itself, and this is the most beautiful things that you can observe, you know. What we need more than this, see your body working for you. This is beautiful. Volevo sottolineare appunto che sono appena uscita anch'io da, se non pensiamo a pulire il nostro corpo, che il nostro corpo è il nostro tempio, come dice Noa, io condivido, cioè, che senso ha? Che senso ha? E come si dice, io da quando ho iniziato ho sperimentato più chiarezza mentale, un sacco più diventi pulito e più vedi le cose chiaramente. Questa è la cosa meravigliosa, vedi le cose chiaramente e tutto ti è più chiaro. Ho appena fatto 2 giorni di digiuno secco, ho rotto il digiuno proprio, ho fatto un video sulla mia pagina mentre rompevo il digiuno prima di questa diretta e sentivo il mio corpo, sono stata male, ragazzi, attenzione. It was not easy, my dry fasting, I'm telling you. I was like, I had pain on my kidney. I had a lot of symptoms, fatigue, pain on my kidney, crazy pain on my kidney. But I knew that the problem is that sometimes people, they got scared about that. But me, I knew the reason. I knew that I know that my weakness is in my adrenal gland and in my kidney. That's why I was experiencing this pain on my kidney, you know, because my kidney was like working to heal themselves. E io sono stata male, ho avuto un dolore di reni veramente molto forte, sono stata a letto 2 giorni. I was in my bed for 2 days, no joke. Sono stata a letto 2 giorni. Ma io sapevo che cosa stava succedendo perché avevo le conoscenze, but I knew what was going on because I had the knowledge. So I wasn't scared. I was just surrounded, you know. I was just like, let the body heal itself. And I was happy about this pain. I was literally happy to feel this pain, my friends. Sono stata a letto 2 giorni e ho lasciato semplicemente il mio corpo che facesse il lavoro di guarigione dei miei kidney, dei miei reni, e ero felice di questo dolore, ero felice di provare questo dolore perché sapevo che era un dolore che mi porterà alla guarigione. Ragazzi, amici, veramente è questo. I was happy about this pain because I knew this pain will bring me to another level. I will heal through this pain myself. Io guarirò me stessa attraverso questo dolore, quindi non ero spaventata nel processo, lo sapevo, ci dobbiamo passare. If you don't face your symptoms, nothing can change. There is no heal. Se tu non guardi, non vai attraverso il sintomo, non c'è guarigione. But in our society, the symptoms, they teach us that the symptoms are very bad, are dangerous. So you are gonna die if you have a headache and you don't take the medicine. If you must, you know. So this is the sadness of all the story, I would say. Nella nostra società il sintomo è demonizzato. Appena io ho un sintomo devo prendere subito il farmaco per farlo tacere perché sono in pericolo di vita. No, I should also be dead already. Dovrei già essere morta anch'io a sto punto. 2, me and Noah, dead already. 2 angels, 2 angeli. Ok, we are very passionate, I love it.
Yes.
Siamo molto passionali. No, from Israel, me from Italy, the same blood. So, no, israeliana, io italiana, il sangue è quello mediterraneo, Mediterranean blood.
Well, and I feel that I have some Italian blood too, so in some way, shape, or form. Yes, yes.
Okay. I don't know, no, maybe you would ask me something, or and then we can just because I think we was talking about a lot of things that people have to memorize. So maybe you want to ask me something, and then maybe we can just let people ask a question. What do you think?
Yes, I feel that that's a good approach because we're approaching an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I feel that for you and I, we probably need a few of these.
Yeah, we will do again for sure.
Yeah, maybe you and I can talk about doing something even on a regular basis, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's so much to cover. An hour and a half is not even starting to scratch the surface. So
allora lo vogliamo fare regolarmente, stiamo pensando di fare questi incontri regolarmente, io e Noa, perché ci sono talmente tanti argomenti da coprire e le persone si devono anche abituare a sentire questi concetti. Also because people have to get new to this concept, you know, and they have to listen many times, I think.
Yeah. Yes. So Annabella, maybe you can briefly share about, this is the longest solid food vacation you've been on. Today's day 160. So maybe you can share about your experience thus far. If you have a particular amount of days that you are looking to complete, just share with us about your current experience.
Yeah, actually, I thank you for the question, very useful. Allora, no, mi ha appena chiesto se voglio condividere con voi alcune cose del mio attuale digiuno a succhi di frutta, che è il più lungo che io abbia mai fatto. Oggi è il mio giorno 160. E mi ha chiesto, insomma, se voglio condividere qualcosa, se ho una meta da raggiungere, eccetera. So, actually, I had my number in my head about how many days I would love to complete. But I don't want to be also an hero, okay? So, because usually I am this kind of person that if I say something, I must do, okay? And this is, I don't want to push my ego too much on this, because I want to keep day by day, you know, I want to just see day by day how I will feel, because I don't want to do this juice feast using my mind, but I want to be guided by my body. Okay, I want to follow my body, my body, what my body will want to do. For example, today my body was asking me about I suppose to do 1 month only grapes and watermelon, but today I broke my fist and my body is asking me pear juice. Allora, ho praticamente un numero in testa, ma non voglio essere una supereroe, non voglio assolutamente approcciarmi così, sono una persona normale, voglio tutti i giorni ascoltare il mio corpo e decidere che cosa il mio corpo vuole veramente fare quel determinato giorno. E quindi prenderò questo digiuno giorno dopo giorno e chiederò al mio corpo giorno dopo giorno se è d'accordo a proseguire questo digiuno. Ad esempio, io mi ero prefissata di fare un mese solo ad anguria e uva, ma questa mattina mi sono svegliata e il mio corpo mi ha chiesto la pera e quindi ho ordinato un succo di pera e quindi adesso appena finirò l'incontro live con voi mi berrò questo mio succo di pera. So, just because my body was asking me this morning a pear juice, I will listen my body. So I'm not gonna be here like to say, okay, I had to do watermelon because I must, because I said no. I'm just every day asking to my body, how are you feel today? What do you want? Okay. And so after our amazing live, I will get my pear juice because if my body is asking me this, there will be a reason. Quindi dopo la nostra diretta io mi berrò questo succo di pera in a very relaxed way, you know, and this is why I don't share the number because I don't know. Let's see, even if of course I have a goal, ed è il motivo per cui non voglio condividere il numero a cui voglio arrivare, perché veramente non lo so, vedrete sulla mia pagina giorno per giorno vi aggiornerò. I'm gonna post on my page day by day about my update about my juice and I will see. I can just tell that this juice feast compared to the past, it was the strongest one and it was the challengest one. I got more energy compared to the previous, for sure, more clarity, more energy. A lot of energy, I'm telling you, but also a lot of detox symptoms, like a vagina story that I have already shared, and Noa was there to see everything. So Noa, like Alice, they were there like two angels to support me, and she saw the condition of my vagina. That was horrible. I was in pain, but I was strong enough, and now I healed the vagina. I mean, I still have a little symptoms, but I feel that I passed the burst, okay? And how I did, just facing the symptoms straight away, facing the symptoms is the only way. Come la mia crisi che ripetutamente io, diciamo che questo juice fasting è stato quello più che mi ha dato da fare, diciamo, perché sto veramente ad un livello profondo di disintossicazione e dove ho sperimentato la maggioranza dei sintomi da detox, ok? Tra cui appunto, voi lo sapete a memoria, ormai il mio alla vagina, dove veramente avevo la vagina gonfia come rossa. Farò questo video, mi metterò, lo editerò, come già detto. E Noa era lì, ha visto la condizione della mia vagina. Do you want to tell something about my vagina? I mean, I'm hoping you know that I don't have any problem to share this because I think also could be useful. I'm asking, sto chiedendo, could be useful to other people, you know? Sto chiedendo a Noa se vuole descrivere la mia vagina com'era, perché lei c'era, mi veniva a trovare tutti i giorni, lei è da Alice, e loro sono stati due angeli preziosi che mi hanno aiutato a superare questo momento. Do you want to share the condition about my vagina?
Well, what I would share is that it's a classic healing crisis. That's all it is. It's when the body wants to push out acidic, toxic waste, it will utilize whatever it can, and depending on the weakness, the current weaknesses that a person has in their body. So for Annabella, it's in the region of the pelvic
Adrenals.
area. Yes, which is of course adrenals and kidneys, which is for most people. But if I were to do an iridology reading for Annabella, I can already know that I would see weakness in the vagina, because you can see everything in the eyes, every single part of the body. And so for Annabella, she might have more weakness in the vagina area than somebody else. And so for her, the releasing of acidic waste came out of that area because of a weakness a genetic weakness that she was born with. So that's what is important to know, is when we cleanse, when we purify, it's not going to be pretty. And it's really important to be informed, to know the process, because that's one of the reasons why many people just freak out and go back to medical help, and the medical establishment they don't know anything about healing crises and how to actually,
they don't know nothing,
navigate that and what to do, which is not suppressing what is coming out. Because if Alice were to suppress, not Alice, Annabella were to suppress back then what was coming out, then she would have felt better maybe that day because she had suppressed the symptoms, but then she would have woke up maybe a year from now, or even less than that, with a tumor on her ovary.
Yeah, because we don't need to forget also that my mother died for a breast cancer, that everything is related anyway, no? So we know. No, stava sottolineando che io sono pienamente d'accordo in questo, che chiaramente mi è successo tutto questo perché io ho una debolezza generale, sono nata con una debolezza genetica alla mia vagina, in quanto mia madre, appunto, essendo morta anche di tumore al seno, quindi chiaramente apparato femminile tutto collegato, e quindi il mio corpo è stata nient'altro che una crisi di guarigione, come li chiamiamo noi, ovvero una liberazione di tante tossine, di tante tossine attraverso la mia vagina, ok? Quindi chiaramente quando le tossine escono sono molto acide di per sé e quindi bruciano la parte del corpo dove escono, ok? Nel mio caso è stata la vagina, me l'hanno proprio bruciata, cioè è stata una cosa, non ho mai sperimentato un dolore come questo. I have never experienced a pain like that, but it was for a good reason, because now I almost heal this problem. Ma è stato per una buona ragione, perché adesso l'ho praticamente quasi guarito, ancora sta uscendo dell'acidità, quindi ancora ho del dolore, ma molto sopportabile, cioè assolutamente, e so che finirà, because I'm experiencing, especially during the dry fasting, the pain in my vagina, but in a very I cannot compare, very little pain that I can hold, and I know that it's gonna be finished. When the body will be finished to release, I will heal completely. So I don't have other possibility. E lo so che quando il mio corpo finirà di rilasciare tutto, io sarò guarita, nel senso non avrò più questo problema di vaginite. Si tratta di avere pazienza, we need to be patient about that. E Noa sottolineava anche il fatto che se io avessi soppresso il sintomo, quindi fossi andata in ospedale, innanzitutto mi avrebbero diagnosticato chissà quale male, if I would be going, I would be gone to the hospital. I don't know which kind of diagnosis they could give to me. I don't know, maybe some cancer or something, I don't know, but stavo dicendo che se io fossi andata in ospedale non so davvero quale tipo di diagnosi avrebbero potuto darmi, tipo magari veramente che avrei un cancro, no? Perché se io l'avessi soppresso con dei farmaci chiaramente sarei stata meglio quel giorno, ok? Ed è il motivo per cui molte persone si spaventano dei sintomi da detox, delle crisi di guarigione che possono essere anche molto violente, because the healing crisis could be very hard, very, very aggressive sometimes, you know? We need to be conscious about that. Perché appunto le crisi di guarigione possono essere molto violente. E quindi io sarei stata bene, sì, un giorno, due, ma non avrei risolto il problema. If I would gone to the hospital, I would felt for sure better one day, but then only one day, maybe 1 week, and then I wouldn't resolve the problem from the root, you know? I would just postpone the solution of the problem. Avrei solamente spostato la soluzione del problema, non l'avrei risolto come sto facendo adesso. Chiaramente sto pagando i miei conti di tutti gli antibiotici che ho preso, cosa dobbiamo fare? Quindi non me ne posso neanche lamentare. I'm just paying my bills also about all the medication and the pills and everything that I took for many years, 10 years, you know, 10 anni di pillola anticoncezionale per l'acne, e qua ci siamo con la crisi di guarigione alla candida e alla vagina. Ok, amore, me and you, we can talk for hours. Maybe we can just, both of them, they are from Italy. So maybe they can just, if you are agree, we can just create the space for question. And otherwise, literally, we can stay here until tomorrow morning. You know that. So
Yes. So let's see if either Sylvia or Andrea have any questions, and if not, we can just wrap it up and
yeah,
and schedule another one at some point.
yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
Spazio per le domande innanzitutto.
Yeah.
Ok, per Silvia che magari non conosce l'inglese.
My question is, what's different for driving fasting for the normal fasting? What you think for the difference? Because sometimes I am fasting, but dry fasting I try just now, 36 hours. I am vegan for 8 years. I not start now. But what do you think for driving fasting or fasting for water? Yeah, this is the. I want to know the difference. What you think?
Yes.
Okay, let me translate. Allora, Andrea ha chiesto la differenza tra fasting, you are talking about the juice fasting or dry fasting, Andrea? Parli del digiuno secco?
Different for dry fasting.
Dry fasting and water fasting.
Digiuno secco e fasting for water.
Ok, so Andrea sta chiedendo se possiamo chiarire la differenza tra il digiuno secco e il digiuno con acqua. Noa.
Okay. There's going to be several answers to this question. First, Andrea, for me personally, I resonate with the dry form. Just again, intuitively, we were not designed to actually consume that much water. And for most people also, the quality of water that they have is really not good. Most people don't have access to really pure spring water straight from the source. So when I look at the original design, it's really that we don't need anything external, including water. Water actually taxes the body and taxes the kidneys more than anything else. And with the absence of water, with the absence of anything being ingested externally, the body truly has the space to completely rest and heal and go into the deeper layers of healing and regeneration. And
allora, Noa, come anch'io del resto condivido di più, infatti io faccio digiuno a succhi di frutta io stessa, o faccio digiuno a secco, quindi è difficile che ho fatto 2 giorni di digiuno ad acqua, ma giusto per provare, non mi sono trovata sinceramente. Piuttosto digiuno con voglio provare questo digiuno con le erbe, con delle tisane. Quello ha più senso perché chiaramente tu in quel modo lì bevi la tisana, quindi le proprietà della tisana, delle erbe. Quindi Noa, anche lei condivide cioè con me il fatto che il digiuno secco, quindi l'astensione completa di qualsiasi tipo di cibo e acqua, è quello che veramente è il livello attraverso il quale il corpo può guarire se stesso alla massima potenza, per delle diverse ragioni, perché prima di tutto non siamo disegnati a bere così tanta acqua, ok? Quindi sovraccarica sicuramente i reni, ok? E seconda cosa, la qualità dell'acqua che beviamo. Cioè molte persone vivono in zone dove la qualità dell'acqua veramente fa pena e quindi non vale la pena bere tutta questa quantità di acqua che è inutile. Quindi ancora una volta, my personal opinion, I'm totally agree with you. That's why I switch between dry fasting and juice fasting.
Juice, yeah.
Because for me, it doesn't make any sense to drink water. I don't feel the call for water, honestly. First and second, I was telling to my friends that maybe I could do, because I have this amazing long herbs tea from Dr. Morse. So maybe I could do 2 days, 3 days just with the tea.
Yes.
Just with the herbs. This is make more sense to me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes, so I just share with my Italian friends that we are we recommend more juice fasting or dry fasting, or I was sharing that maybe herbal tea, you know, specific herbs healing, because the herbs are so healing. So I will try this experience and I will maybe update everyone. Also because here is rainy season, so it's purpose to drink something hot. So I will try this experience with the herbs and I will update all of you. Also, anche perché qua con la rainy season praticamente bere qualcosa di caldo fa piacere adesso, e quindi farò questo esperimento e vi aggiornerò sui risultati. Ecco, comunque Noa consiglia come me il digiuno secco e l'alternanza tra digiuno e succhi di frutta.
Okay, and I also...
Andrea, ti ho risposto?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the question. And I also would...
Because I think this the water sometimes is not clean. I am in my house. Italy is everything is wrong. In my house, I clean myself and my water for osmosis. But you tell me that this is a problem only for the dirty water, but the problem is the body is completely rest. This is
yeah.
Not for the
And listen, Andrea, I mean, any form of fasting is great. So maybe it's not ideal to consume this kind of water, but it's also, we got to remember that there's more to life than just the physical aspects and the things that we're talking about. It's fasting is a wonderful way to let your body heal and regenerate itself. So if right now you feel more comfortable with water, because this is your, not mine or Annabella's, but your intuitive guidance, then excellent, you know, then do that. And there's also something to be said. That's why I'm such a proponent of the juicing and the extended juice feasting, is because every single person to some degree is very, very dehydrated on a cellular level. And water does not hydrate the body on a cellular level interstitially. That's why most people are not ready to jump into dry fasting that is more than 24 hours, 36 at the most. Because first you want to hydrate, and that may take years. I'm talking years of consuming mainly fruits and going on solid food vacations of drinking just juice to hydrate the body on a cellular level interstitially. And then you'll be much more ready to go on a dry fast that is longer than a day, maybe a day and a half.
Yeah. So, quello che sta dicendo Noa è che sono arrivati con la delivery, ma si può. Gli ho detto di venire alle 5:30. Wait a moment, please. Oh my goodness. Ma no, ma bravo, come. Sorry, I had a delivery. No. Quello che Noa voleva praticare. Painan? Ma bravo no. Painan. Quello che Noa voleva praticamente trasmetterci è che se Andrea si sente più di fare una fasting, ogni tipo di digiuno va bene, se a lui risuona di più fare un digiuno ad acqua, va bene che faccia l'acqua, cioè non è meglio che niente, nel senso ogni tipo di digiuno va bene, cioè per carità va bene,
bisogna anche ascoltare il corpo e quello che ci dice, ecco, in questo senso. Quindi chiaramente per idratare più le cellule, su questo io sono d'accordo, i succhi di frutta sono la miglior cosa. E poi un'altra cosa, chiaramente non tutti possono approcciare al digiuno secco dall'oggi al domani, cioè bisogna abituare il corpo a questo, no? Ci possono volere anche anni per abituare il corpo a fare un digiuno secco, quindi sempre la questione, come anch'io sottolineo sempre nella mia pagina, di gradualità, quindi gradualità, ascolto del corpo, non strafare. Ok.
Yeah, and basically with water, you utilize the water element to flush and purify the body, which has its own benefits and power. And with dry fasting, you utilize the element of fire and heat to purify. So energetically, they have different effects, physically and emotionally as well.
Praticamente col digiuno a secco tu vai a disinfiammare, secondo Noa. With water fasting, what did you say? Could you repeat?
That you utilize the element of water and the wetness of the water to purify and to cleanse. And with dry fasting, you utilize the element of fire and heat to burn on the inside and to use the fire as the cleansing element.
Praticamente con l'acqua utilizzi il potere dell'acqua per disinfiammare, con invece il dry fasting utilizzi il potere, come si può chiamare, l'energia del fuoco per fare questo. Insomma, sono due elementi differenti. Sit. I have this situation with my dog and the delivery at the moment. But anyway, I'm doing everything, multitasking. Sit. On my day 160 multitasking, Sit. Bravo, look my baby.
Well, so
ready.
if there, let's see if there are any other questions, and if not, then we can wrap it up on this one.
Yes. Ok, I mean, Silvia, magari vuoi chiederci qualcosa, Silvia? I'm asking if Silvia wants to ask something. Otherwise, we can just tell to everyone that we are happy to do again. And yeah, altrimenti ci fa piacere dire che siamo pronte a farlo di nuovo, questo incontro. Io mi sono trovata molto bene. I was feeling very good to share, and you was right, like everything went with the flow. E Noa aveva ragione dicendomi che vedrai che tutto andrà con il flow, come diciamo, nel senso in maniera fluida, ed è stato così per me. And it was like that for me. And yeah, thank you Noa for this with me. Grazie Noa per aver fatto questo con me.
Grazie amore. Grazie
amore, sì.
tutti, grazie tutti.
Grazie a tutti.
Much. Thank you so much. Nice lady, thank you so much.
We will post anyway our link for your page and everything, my page and everything under the interview.
Yes.
Yeah, so if maybe you have a question that you wanna ask later or whatever, you know where we are. Metteremo l'indirizzo appunto delle nostre pagine, dei nostri riferimenti sotto l'intervista, così se volete chiederci qualcosa sapete dove trovarci. Ok?
Bene.
Thank you so much.
Grazie, thank you.
Bye bye.
I love you all, vi amo tutti. Andrea, grazie. Silvia, grazie per aver partecipato.
Grazie a voi.
Amore, I
Amore.
miss you already.
We'll talk soon.
Ciao amore.
Ciao.
We talk soon. Ciao amore, parliamo presto. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.